Going into the last drive, they had 7 points and 173 yards. In the last drive and in overtime, they had 100 yards. So 100 yards came on the last drive in the plays in overtime. When you include a penalty, and ultimately that's the difference in the games that we've lost and the games that we've won. So, we played last Friday and today is Wednesday. So we're well past that right now. So we're focused on Memphis and what we need to do to get better. But ultimately, I mean, obviously, it's a lot of areas that we have to improve in if we want to win football games. So it doesn't matter about what we really did before the last drive if we didn't finish the drill. And that's really been the message moving forward. But, it's disappointing we had a chance to win and, play good defense, for the majority of the game. But, that's kind of been the common thing for us this year. And so developing those traits to be able to find a way to win the games when the games are close, no matter what the score is or what the situation is, we got to be able to handle that, part mental, part physical. And then, myself just finding better ways to put guys in positions to be successful and guys being in those positions and making plays and doing what they're coached to do and playing a consistent level of football because there's been a lot of good. If you watch the game, you would have thought that we were in position to win the football game. There's been some bad, and then obviously there's been some ugly. So eliminating the latter part of that is what it's going to take for us to get better and win football games. A lot of new faces and a lot of development, a lot of coaching. Overall, I'm proud of the way that we've competed, and I'm proud of the way that we've approached the game. But overall, when you're in position to win the game, if you're a real competitor, and you want to take the next step into being a championship level team, you can't really lose the games that we've lost, and we got to do a better job of finishing. That's really the message that we have sent over the last couple of weeks. And when you look at the tape, you can play good football for a lot of the game, but if you don't do things right and do things detailed and play with a high sense of urgency at the end of the game, then you're going to lose. And we've had several, plays in the game that have directly affected the game. And we've had a chance to win on defense no matter, the circumstance or how we played early. We haven't finished. So, excited about the physicality, excited about, the way that we've been able to get it, affect the quarterback and some of the plays we've been able to make in the back end. But, ultimately the game is about winning and losing at the end of the day. Fundamentals, blocking, tackling.
Outside of the Kansas game, Doug, the four others have had different types of situations at the end or, something, not too different, but then they've all had their situations there. Have you put a finger on, is it just not making a play? Is it, not being in a position? I mean, what has been the culprit there at the end? I was
kind of about to get to that before you cut me off, but
sorry.
At the end of the day, it comes down to understanding situational football, and there's a combination of, at the end of the game, heightened sense of urgency to not play hero ball, play with great technique, play with great discipline, and whether it was a lack of understanding or whether I haven't coached them well enough, or guys is simply not making the plays in critical situations. At the end of the day, that's my job to get those guys in position to make those plays. So I don't think it's just one thing. I mean, the other coaches have done a great job of game planning against us. Other players have made plays, and we've made plays as well. So it's just, understanding that situation, and you got to be able to make those plays in that time of the game, and they got to be in the right call from me and our staff to really be able to execute those plays. So it's a combination of a lot of different things, and ultimately in a couple of the games, we just didn't get it done. It's that simple.